Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, not much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike Naịjirịa ga-akarị ike Biafra. Nna nuro, onye kere ụwa nuro luayo. Nna nuro, Olisa bi n'igwe nuro akwayo. Now, the news updates.
And the embassy
affects everybody. For example, no businessman can bring his money to invest in a country where the judiciary is compromised, where a government functionary can dictate to judges what judgment they will give. No man brings his money to invest in that economy because we are taking a big risk. So whatever we do affects everybody. And if we must build a nation for our children and our grandchildren, no matter how painful it is, we must strive to do what is right.
The can of worm is about to be out now as a 6 months given by the FBI to release the past case of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about to be lapsed, and people are wondering, maybe this is one of the reasons why U.S. is about to move their, consulate house, their embassy from Abuja to somewhere in the south. I think it's going to be a southeast. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Chinedu?
We thought by now that this thing would have actually died down with the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. I don't know why the United States of America have continued to take interest and try to open, consolidate or hold back, their reservations to open a matter that everybody thought has been finally been arrested over drug-related issue. Though the FBI and the DEA, drug agency, attached to the United States of America, is still insisting that the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is still their access, and with what is playing now and with some of the moves he has made recently might have angered Donald Trump, considering the role they played in the past when Donald Trump was actually running for a second time with Biden. Tinubu and Buhari did a lot of physical and open support for Biden, but that shouldn't be the reason why that drug fight case should actually be dusted. There might be other reasons because of that. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was advised from beginning to avoid any coalition, any collusion with Donald Trump. I know people that advise him that knows very well, but to an extent now, we have not seen Bola Ahmed Tinubu having that kind of relationship with the United States government currently now. It looks like everything is working, back and forth that the government cannot understand. And definitely, without US support and some other international organization, nations, powerful nation support, it will be difficult for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have a second-term bid to the presidency, and this might trigger some form of chaos for Nigeria, or kind of disaster for Nigeria if he feels he can resist Western forces who are trying to stop his ambition the second time. And that is why I remember the security report or intelligence report has made the United States of America to definitely move their embassies and high commissions, consular offices down to southern part of the country. And we are hearing that Enugu has been located for that, and of course Abia State has also been on the list of where they need to locate their embassy. A lot of people are saying it's a form of endorsement on the recognition of Biafra, of the coming of Biafra. They want to be on ground before they finally the world begin to signal the recognition of Biafra as a sovereign nation. And the people are reporting, that Donald Trump is also angry with the way and manner this administration, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has handled the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's factor, who everybody believes is an ally of the GOP, and of course a very close member or support of the Daist forum which Donald Trump and all the rest of them also belong, having attended and was very close to one of Donald Trump's campaign, the second time campaign or the first time campaign, somewhere in the United States of America. I think should be that place should be called Illinois, or but he was present there with the GOP members, with the Republicans and some top, deep congressmen like Mike Johnson and all that in the past. So kudos to well, that's how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to establish that relationship with Donald Trump. And having done that, Donald Trump also went as far as appointing lobbyists, loyalists, IPOB loyalists into his government. One is Susie Williams, which is very popular. So there's a seemingly cold war now between Donald Trump and, of course, the Nigerian president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You can see he's realigning with the Russian interests, trying to join BRICS, and that has attracted penalty from the United States of America. And from what we are getting is that they have sworn an oath, to deal excessively or to pay back, and make sure that Tinubu does not escape it this time around. It's going to be an embarrassing moment for Nigerians if actually FBI take up that matter, because we are hearing 90 days, maybe getting close. And I can see a few days ago there was a report towards that. So what is going to actually be the fate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu if finally that matter is being brought back under Donald Trump's order, or reported order or instruction, just we are speculating at the end of the day. And of course it will have gone so deep to damage the image of Nigeria, damage his ambition for re-election at the end of the day.
The beef between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Donald Trump so come out with another dimension, with America giving order to a citizen that consider traveling to Nigeria. If you are traveling to Nigeria, consider it well, because of a kidnapping, insecurity, and even food insecurity, all sorts of a manner of word that they use to rubbish Nigeria. Is this or is this further so that there is a very big
no, we must understand very clearly it is a collapse of diplomatic engagements, and meetings and conferences. They have lost it diplomatically, and that's why you see some of this. Nigeria is not only the country where we are seeing some of these things happening, but unfortunately it became extreme under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. So giving that advice, I remember what Aaron Grispan, the guy that is championing the drug fight of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he said when they have evidence that everything is already there, but the district court in the United States of America, led by Melly Howell, has also indicated that Tinubu remain one of the things they will unveil in the nearest future. So you see, based on that, the gap of diplomatic role between Nigeria and, of course, the president has triggered a lot of reactions and sanctions and tariffs, counter tariffs, this one trying to bring his own and this one trying to bring, at the end of the day, the whole thing has been mopped up. And that's why we're saying that it looks like Nigeria might not hold any other breath, before 2027, because I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu will want to show, that he can stand the pressure from the Western world and do whatever he wants to do come 2027 for re-election. But how it's going to factor that, we do not know. Now that the Biafran cause has been on the table of the United States of America, and the killing of the Christians in Nigeria too, Donald Trump is not joking with it. And you can see that this present administration, APC government, was purely a Fulani party agenda, that crippled the human rights space in Nigeria under the late Buhari. Let me just put it that way. Crippled a lot of the rendition, contravene international treaties. Like the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the killing of Christians has continued without any government trying to do any kind of stuff. And these are the things the world is looking at, to make that have triggered what we are seeing today. It looks like, Donald Trump is bent on, bringing this issue of drug to the public limelight, and it will be a very big embarrassment to Nigeria. And not only that, he has also mapped out some things, some deeper things that he wants to do, and that's why we are hoping that maybe he should act fast to see how he can escape the wrath that is coming on Nigeria.
This missile that America is about to release, that means I'm talking about the drug case of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Where do you think is going to be their target? Is it against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, or to help Biafran habitation? Which one do you think is going to be their target to hit?
The investigation is ongoing, led by top American international activist, Aaron Grisman. I think he's the one leading this. They have so many other things they are piling up. Nigeria also, has become a third stage to some of these people, and the agenda of disintegration, Biafra has already made it popular all over the world. So they might be considering a lot of things. They might decide to enter into a certain diplomatic agreement or treaty with the Biafrans, and that will be the end of Nigeria. Britain is no longer interested, because everybody is blaming them. They are tired. The Fulani issue cannot be resolved, and everything is saying is bordering centered on how Britain was able to bring this calamity on Nigeria simply because of amalgamation or whatever on their own interest. I think the world might decide to take a new order on Nigeria, and that new order will lead to disintegration.
My people, don't hear them now. What do you make of it? Drop your comments. But remember, it's Biafra or nothing. Bye for now.